Hi there, I'm Megan Andrew, and I'm really excited about my first class with Big Picture Classes called Principal Power.
If you've ever looked at a layout and wondered how it worked so well, how it looked so good and popped off your screen, and want to do the same thing with your layouts, then this class is for you. I am an NCIDQ certified interior designer, and since design school, the principles of design have been drilled into my head, so they encompass all aspects of my life. In this class, I will show you that you do not need a degree in design to create fabulous, well-designed layouts that are beautiful and convey your story. In this video, I'm here to share a preview of just one tidbit from the lesson on emphasis in my class, Principal Power, which includes 5 lessons, 14 layouts, and 5 videos to help you master the principles of design. One way we can emphasize something on our layout, whether it be a photo or journaling or a piece of ephemera, is by placement. The placement of objects can create implied lines, which when directed at an element, create a focal point. Now on this layout, I have a photo that has very strong lines pointing directly on the sidewalk towards the people in my photo. And I want to take advantage of those lines. So what I'm doing is making a piece of pattern paper match up to those lines based on where I'm putting the photo on my layout. And what this does, and pretty much what emphasis is all about, is it says to the viewer of my layout, hey, look right here, without you ever having to say a word at all. Choosing an object on your layout that is emphasized creates a focal point. It's the way we show the viewer what is most important on the layout, and it's also the starting point to the viewer's journey around your layout. And it's a journey that you can manipulate not by words, but by design, which is pretty awesome. Now, here again, I'm going to use some implied lines, not that I've cut in a certain angle, but lines that are already on a piece of pattern paper. So you can see these triangles that I'm facing downward are going to be pointing directly down towards my photo. Now for the fun part, embellishing. Many of the students in my class said that when they create a layout, they are stumped on where to place embellishment and how to know when they have too few or too many on a layout. In this class, several of the principles we cover directly relate to the placement of embellishment. In regards to emphasis, I'm using the elements I've chosen here to create more implied lines directed at my photo. For instance, the cloud that I'm placing here has an implied line on the bottom since it's quite straight at the bottom, and I'm directing that straight towards my husband's head in the photo. I'm also going to place the speech bubble here, and the bottom of the speech bubble has a kind of a curly Q, and it's sort of like an arrow, so that I'm pointing that towards the subjects in my photo as well. The adventure die cut here, again, is just another horizontal line that I'm placing directed at the subjects in my photo again. Another important tool that I've used here to emphasize my photo is framing. You'll notice that my photo is completely framed on all sides by either pattern paper or embellishments, and that lets the viewer know that it's the most important thing on the layout. Before I finish every layout, I use a very powerful technique which you can learn about in Lesson 4 on repetition and rhythm to gauge whether I am missing anything on my harmonious page. So if you're struggling to design your layouts and your scrapbooking time seems more like a fight with your paper and pretty things, other than a creative retreat, I invite you to sign up for a free trial at Big Picture Classes and take my class, Principal Power. After working your way through the lessons, videos, and examples, and using what you've learned to complete the assignments for each lesson, you will walk away with a better understanding on how you too can create those layouts that you have always admired and have your story down on paper in a beautiful, intentional way. I can't wait to connect with you in the classroom.